Hi everyone, my name is Abby and welcome back to today's video. I hope you've had a great Christmas and looking forward to the new year. So today I'm going to round up my 2022 by sharing with you the top 5 moments of the year for me. This year has been one of the greatest years of my life. There have been really bad moments, but there have also been some really good ones. Today I'm going to focus on the good ones. They were really hard to settle into 5, but I've come across 5 moments that were unimaginable, that I would never have expected to happen at the beginning of this year. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. So I'm going to go from 5 to 1. They're all pretty great moments, but I decided to rank them. Number 5, selection at RAF Cranwell for the Flying Scholarship for Disabled People. This was something I was super nervous about before I did it, but going to Cranwell, taking part in selection, something that was super important to me, and something that changed me as a woman and as a girl completely. This year I was 19, I turned 20 in the month just gone, but one of the biggest things for me was I was 90 years old, I'd never stayed away from home on my own, I'd never driven 4 hours on my own, and I went up to this place where I knew no one. I'd had about 3 emails. I went from someone who was really anxious and crying in the car because I didn't want to go in, to someone who at the end of the week didn't want to leave because it was so amazing and so much fun. And I can't thank the FSDP enough for that experience at Cranwell. It was incredible. Everything from sitting in a plane for the first time, getting to meet the people who I might be training with, meet the fellow scholars and candidates and mentors and trustees. It was all around an amazing experience, and that is why it definitely makes it into the number 5 spot for me. Number 4 is that in February I took my first solo trip. Well, it was partially solo, so it was a solo trip, and then my friend who lived in Paris met me for some of the trip as well. So it meant it was solo in terms of I went on a plane for the first time on my own, had to make my way from the airport to Disneyland Paris on my own, in the hotel on my own. It was a really trip that pushed my boundaries a lot. I'd never been abroad on my own before, so being 19 I was really ready for that, but then also had the additional challenges of being in a wheelchair and having a chronic illness, which makes things a bit more tricky, things I have to travel with, etc. But it was really awesome to get to see that I could do it, and it was really fun to get to do it because it's something that I definitely want to continue to do, and in 2023 is something that I'm definitely going to be doing further and more, so keep a watch out for those videos. Number 3 is the most recent, and that is going to Iceland for my birthday. This year my mum and dad treated me to a trip to Iceland for my 20th birthday. We went out there, we were there for 4 days, and it was an incredible experience all around. On my actual birthday I got to go up in a helicopter. I met a really great pilot, and he was lovely and and we talked all about aviation while we were flying around. We got to see some of the great things in Iceland, like the tallest waterfall in Iceland, some of the geysers, the thermal area, and the tectonic plates where Europe and America meet. And it was really cool. So we're on our helicopter tour. This is the helicopter. We've just landed at the geyser geothermal area. And then the evening we went and saw the northern lights on a boat. We didn't see them that evening, we saw them the next evening. Nevertheless, it was a really cool birthday and it was a really great experience to go to Iceland. Iceland has been one of the top 3 countries I've wanted to visit for my whole life. That was really cool, getting to go to Iceland, getting to experience that. And it was definitely one of the top experiences of my year because it was something I've always wanted to do. It was really cool and it couldn't have been topped better by the helicopter flight. Number 2 is swimming with dolphins. As I said, going to Iceland was something on my bucket list for country-wise, but things I've wanted to do, like bucket list in terms of things, there are a few things. One's a skydive, and one was swimming with dolphins. So for me, I've always wanted to swim with dolphins ever since I saw the film Dolphin Tale with the dolphin Winter, who had an amputated tail. Probably came out 10 years ago now, and I've always wanted to swim with dolphins ever since. So when we were going on a cruise and it was stopping in Nassau in the Bahamas, I thought, let's see if we can do it, and we managed to do it. It was an awesome experience, and I did that in April this year. It was super fun. I got to swim with 2 dolphins called Coral and Carl, I think.
Alright, Abby. Yeah, you fly right on it. And here you go. Yeah. There she goes.
And getting to do it with a disability as well. There was no barriers in terms of could I do it. You were wearing a life jacket, you got in the water with the dolphins, and you felt like one of everyone else taking part. So it was an amazing experience and one I will never forget. And finally, number 1, the best part of my year is learning to fly. So learning to fly has been a dream of mine since I was a little kid. It was something that I knew that I always wanted it to happen, but I never knew if it actually would. And getting to learn to fly has been incredible. The FSDP have started this Catalyst of a Journey for me, sponsored by the Red Arrows as well, which is incredible, and I've got to know them a little bit over the year as well. As they are my sponsors, they have invested in my journey, and it has been an incredible year in terms of that. In September, I spent 3 weeks in Gloucestershire learning to fly. That journey is now continuing on. I'm going to be keeping going. I've started taking my exams. It's super exciting to be able to do it. People always say to me, so what is the aim of being a pilot? To me, the sky is the limit. I will go as far as I'm physically allowed to go. And I always say this to you guys, but do what you can. If you do what you can truly achieve anything that you want. If you want something enough, you can do it. And for me, learning to fly, the first step was that I couldn't do it, because when I first got sick, it was you can't learn to fly. It's not possible. But the FSDP have shown me that it is possible, and from there I've just been learning more and more. My life has changed a lot. Flying has been the #1 experience of my year. I think it'll probably be the experience of every year from now on. It is the love of my life. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm really glad that you joined me for it. I hope you're having a Merry Christmas and your New Year is going to be great. If you did enjoy this video, please subscribe. It really helps me out. It makes a massive difference to the channel. You can also turn the notification bell on if you want to get notified every time I post. 95% of you that watch my videos aren't subscribed, so please do subscribe. You do not understand how much it helps, and the more subscribers you get, the better the content's going to get. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are all doing well and reaching for the sky and doing what you can. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.